This is the Gita class, chapter 12, sloka 16, Bhakti Yoga. Sloka is 16. We'll do the Manjara Mangalacharana prayer. So, अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जलशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा गदामह्यं सदा ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावभूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादां सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश. हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. कृष्ण भगवान की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. कृष्ण भगवान के प्रभुपाद. Chapter 12 Bhakti Yoga, and then sloka is number 16. अनपेक्ष श्रुतिर्दक्षः उदासीनो गतव्यदः सर्वारम्भपरित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः. अनपेक्ष शुचिर्दक्षः उदासीनो गतव्यदः सर्वारम्भपरित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः. अनपेक्ष शुचिर्दक्षः उदासीनो गतव्यदः सर्वारम्भपरित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः. अनपेक्षः न्यूट्रल, शुचिः प्योर, दक्षः एक्सपर्ट, उदासीनः फ्री फ्रॉम केयर, गतव्यदः फ्री फ्रॉम ऑल डिस्ट्रेस. ओके. सर्वारंभ ऑफ ऑल एंडेवर्स, परित्यागी रिनाउंसर. यह एनीवन हु मद्भक्तः माय डिवोटी सह ही may to me priya very dear. Translation by the Prabhupada and Prabhupada. My devotee who is not dependent on ordinary course of activities, okay, not dependent on ordinary course of activities, who is anapeksha, who is pure, expert, without cares, udasinah, free from all pains, and not striving for some result is very dear to me. Translation purport. Money may be offered to a devotee, but he should not struggle to acquire it. If automatically by the grace of Supreme money comes to him, he is not agitated. Naturally, a devotee takes a bath at least twice in a day and rises early in the morning for devotional service. Thus, he is naturally clean, both inwardly and outwardly. A devotee is always expert because he fully knows the essence of all activities of life and he is convinced of the authoritative scriptures. A devotee never takes part of a particular party, therefore he is carefree. He is never pained because he is free from all designations. He knows that his body is a designation, so if there are some bodily pains, he is free. The pure devotee does not endeavor for anything which is against the principle of devotional service. For example, constructing a big building requires a great energy, and a devotee does not take to such business if it does not benefit him by advancing his devotional service. He may construct a temple for the Lord, and for that he may take all kinds of anxiety, but he does not construct a big house for his personal relations. Wow. Again, more and more qualities of the devotees he explained. यो मद्भक्तः मे प्रियः, यो मद्भक्तः मे प्रियः, मुक्तो यः मे प्रियः, यो मद्भक्तः मे प्रियः. Okay, यो मद्भक्तः मे प्रियः means that bhakta, who is a bhakta. Okay, again more qualities. So we'll do each and every quality. If you really see a pure devotee who is above the transcendental modes of nature, has all the qualities automatically acquired because he is in the transcendental position. So that's why, so there are so many qualities Bhagavan is giving so that we can refer ourselves whether what is our position, whether we are a devotee or not. And at the same time, these are the goals to achieve. So we can keep in mind that these are the qualities we need to acquire so that we can work towards it and then finally get it. So first thing, anapekshaha. Anapekshaha means కోరికలు లేనివాడు, no desires. Anapeksha. Apeksha means desire. Anapeksha means no desires. So, like in the Sita Prajna Lakshanas, Prajahati Yada Kaman Sarvan. So, the devotee does not have any material desire, including the body related. The main, to live in the body also, he does not have that kind of a desire also. Which is very high level, but we will get it. Okay, anapeksha, desires. So that's, we need to keep in mind that we have to eliminate all the material desires. Even if you have any tinge of material desire, you will be getting the another material body. So that's why you need to, whenever you see the desires in the mind, you need to analyze how many desires you have in the mind, and then based on that your tapasya should increase it. Tapobi kshina papana. Papa means desire. Sin means desire. To desire is a sin basically. So that's why you need to increase proportionately the tapasya, and you need to keep on analyzing ourselves all the time, because mind won't listen at a single time. You need to keep on inputting that and then keep on observing it. Then only buddhi and man should be applied. Mind should have all the shastric evidences and buddhi applied, so that we need to analyze each and every desire we have, whether what is that desire is doing, and ultimately what is the result of that desire. The result of any desire is a happiness, and with the happiness is actually our own true nature. We are expecting, in the deep sleep we are having the happiness, and up in the waking state and dream state, to get that happiness, you are looking outside of the Indriyas are going outside world to get the happiness, but in reality the happiness is our own true nature, and you don't need to do anything for that. Once you have convinced at this point, then you don't be deviated from the Indriya Bhogas. Again, Indriya Bhogas are, we think there is a happiness, but it is, in reality it is not. And then ultimately the Indriya Bhogas are meant to be Dukkham, because it has a beginning and an end. Adyantavantak kaunteya nateshamate vadaha. So it has a beginning and end, but you need to keep on work towards it all the time. So mind should be always engaged in the devotion service, then you will get it. So pure bhakta means he is already thinking about Bhagavan all the time. Then he doesn't have any time in the mind to go outward and then get a result. We need to keep telling like varam Shankaracharya in the Bhaja Govinda says, Hari sthana varnabhidesham tushtva mogha mogavesham etan mam savasadi manasi vichintya varam. Chinta, not just chinta. Vichintya means totally deeply think mind. Varam all the time, that if you are nari sthana varna, if you have a desire of the sex, like either boy or girl, whatever, you have to think of it and analyze it, and he will say that etan mamsava sadhi vikarma. All this is like a total meat only. The vikaras of the meat, you are aiming for that. So that's, you keep on thinking, then the desire will go away. In the material world, that is the highest desire. But again, the devotee is totally on the Bhagavan, and then slowly will get out of that. And then once you are in the Grihastha Ashrama, you are allowed, but you are within the limits of the Dharma. That is the Anapekshaha. So we need to work on it. And then if you really see the Jnana Yogi, Sthita Prajna has no desires. Bhakti Yogi, again he is saying, Bhagavan is saying no desires. Karma Yogi, again he says, because he will be totally removed everything. So Dhyana Yogi or any yoga means connection to the Bhagavan. Once you are connected to the Bhagavan, the desire should get out. That's why there is a song, Tyagara song, I think. Rama, he's saying like Kama, my Rama is out of the heart for now. That's why Kama, you entered it, but my Rama is coming back. You have to get out and then vacate the place. Then next one is Shuchihi, pure. So here, pure means again, he says like Bahya Abhyantara. So Antara Bahya. So on the outside, wherever you are living, your places, your everything should be neat and clean. Okay, not like a too much of things, but it should be enough, mediate. It's like average or above average neatness is required. And also, like Prabhupada says, a devotee naturally he takes twice a bath to do the Sandhya Vandanam and all that. So that's why he is externally clean. And at the same time, outside, wherever he is in the house or car or in anywhere, he will choose her surroundings are clean. And that is things. And then Indriyas are clean when the Indriyas don't desire anything. And the mind is clean when it is totally equipped, totally engaged in the devotion service. And the Buddhi is clean when Buddhi is applied about the true nature of what is our true nature. Okay, and then what else is there? Indriyas are there, body is there, Kaya, Vaka, Manaha. That's a subtle body and gross body. That is how the cleanliness means. So that's why you need to work always for that cleanliness. So whenever you have a time, do the devotion service, or if you are, if you are more interested in the Jnana Marga, then you can do the Jnana particular time, and then Bhakti particular time, then Karma Yoga another time, and all that time. Now Dakshaha. Dakshaha means expert. Expert. So here Dakshaha means what is that? Karya Samadhru. It means whatever so Dakshaha means he is expert in doing things. Okay, and then also he is expert in not only in the normal ordinary course of activities, but also basically he is expert in spiritual also, while doing the japa or while doing any devotion service or while analyzing the jnana, while analyzing the mind and all that. He is very expert in that. That means he really focused, and then that's how you need to put more concentration on that part. Dakshaha. Then Udasinaha. Udasinaha means free from care. Udasinaha means here Karyasamadhur. Then Tatastha means Udasinaha means Tatastha means he is not free from care, means he is not expecting anything. A devotee is always expert. Okay, a devotee never takes part of a particular party, therefore is carefree. So Udasinaha means he is neutral basically. So he always thinks about the neutrality, because our Atma, the realized soul, the soul's nature is just what is that? It is just witness consciousness. That's all. It just observes. That's all. It doesn't do anything. That's called Udasina. And then Gatavyataha. This is very important. Gatavyataha means free from all distress. So Gatavyataha means he doesn't have. He's not like he's not sad at all. Digulu Dukkham. He's not Dukkham means distress, right? He doesn't have that because he's a devotee. So basically he's never pained because he's free from all designations. He knows that body is negation, body is free. The pure devotee is not even for anything, which is ignorance principle. Okay. So basically he is a devotee of the Bhagwan, and then the Bhagwan know everything. He is the Bhagwan owns everything, and then he is like a son of the Bhagwan, means he owns everything. So he is not at all sad at all. It's like a Purnamada Purnamada. When you are full, you are not a devotee, you are not a distressed. So Gatavyadaha, that's very important qualification. Whenever we are sad, we need to think that that particular time that's not the devotee. So that's why even in the beginning of the chapter, Krishna, when he says, is like a Ashochananva Shochastam Prajnavadam Shuvashas. Ashochva. Just don't worry why you are crying for that. That's a Gatavyadaha. Now Sarvarambha Varityagi, that's the main important another thing. So he is a renouncer. He is a renouncer of, first of all, abominable activities and also unnecessary stuff, and he is mainly focused on whatever he needs to do for his spiritual life, for his elevation, and even that also he will do like a karma yogi. Okay, he doesn't waste his time. And then so like Prabhupada says, he doesn't construct a big house for his personal relations or personal enjoyment, whereas he takes care of a lot of pain while for constructing the temple. That means he always, whenever he does anything, whether that is beneficial to his devotional service, that's very important. Because the Indriya Bhogas are always dukkam. Sarvarambha Parityagi means that. So there are certain things which he cannot tyagi, parityagi. So those are the things he will do with the yoga, karma yoga. That's why he is always watching his time, and he doesn't waste his time unnecessarily. Sarvarambha Parityagi. Yomad Bhaktas Same Priyaha. That's all. Sarvarambha Parityagi. Yo me bhakta sa me priya. Yo me bhakta, that bhakta sa me priya, he loves them, that bhakta. So that's what it is. So whether you are a devotee or a jnani, if you really see that the qualities are same, all the qualities, so that's why the goal is same. Even in a day, you can, certain point of time, you can be a devotee and you can be a yogi, jnana yogi, and then you can definitely, you have to do some karma, so you have to do the karma yoga, and then definitely sometimes you need to meditate, focus on certain things, that is dhyana yoga, and all those things. So anything, you just connect to the Bhagavan all the time, then you will have all these qualities. So this is a 16th sloka. If you really see from 13th onwards, 13, 14, 15, 16, 4 slokas we completed. And in the 4 slokas, there are so many qualities Bhagavan is mentioning. And all those qualities immediately will appear in the devotee when he is totally on his mind and buddhi is on totally on the Bhagavan. If you really see that particular moment, for example, Adveshta Sarvabhutanam, he is not envious. So that particular moment, he won't even think about any living entity or anyone. So that's why there is no question of Dvesha. Because he always in the concentrated man and buddhi in the Bhagavan. When the man buddhi is in the Bhagavan, all the indriya vyaparas, bodily functions and everything will be stopped. So in that case, if you really say Adveshta Sarvabhutanam, next Maitra Karunevacha, who does not think himself a proprietor, who is false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant. See, if you really see, right, at that particular moment, who does not think himself a proprietor and free from false ego, he does not even think about himself at all, because man buddhi is with Bhagavan, who is equal in both happiness and distress. That particular moment, he does not have happy or distress. Okay, and then he is tolerant. That particular moment, there is no question of even tolerance. And then always satisfied, because he is with the Bhagavan. So his mind, there is no deficiency in the mind. Okay, then self-control means already controlled, because mind and buddhi is with Bhagavan, and engage in devotion with the determination, because with the determination only the two things are totally in the Bhagavan, mind and buddhi. Okay, very important. That's why working towards the mind is very important. So abhyasa vairagyas are very, very important. With the determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. That's what he said. His mind and fixed. When his mind and fixed, all these qualities, 13, 14 slokas are happened. Now 15th one, he by no one put in difficulty, not disturbed anyone. Means he does not have time to put anyone in difficulty, and he won't even think about anything happened to him. Again, mind and buddhi is with Bhagavan. Then equipoised in happiness and distress. Again, that won't even come. Fear and anxiety won't even happen. Now, my devotee not depend on ordinary course of activity, who is pure. Today's slokas, he anapekshaha, he doesn't have any desire, he is always clean, because his mind and buddhi is there. He is not thinking about the indriya bhogas. Dakshaha is expert, because he is expertly placed his mind and buddhi with Bhagavan. Udasinaha, katavyadaha, again free from care, doesn't even think about anything, and sarvarambha parityagi, everything is parityagi, because his mind. So that's why in the 8th sloka he says mayeva manadastha mai buddhim nivesha. That is very important. So that is the highest goal, and that is, once you do that, that is called, then you are called a devotee. Then if you don't do it, he gave like a 3 steps. He came down so that we can get achieved to that level. So again, 8th sloka says, fix your mind on me and engage your intelligence on me. That is very important. So fix your mind on me. Again, mind is nothing but thoughts. From the morning to night, the thoughts will happening, and the thoughts are happening because of the body consciousness. And because of the body consciousness, when you have the body consciousness, you immediately fall down in the sense like you are like a purnamada, you are like a full. When you are in the body consciousness because of the maya, then you think that you are not full. So to get to the full, you desire for the fullness. That is where all the thoughts will come. Morning to evening, if you do, morning to night, if you really say, what is happening is like taking care of the body, thinking that body should remain forever. Taking care of the body related things and body related comforts and all those things just for the body only. And based on the society, whatever you think, for example, in right now we think that we need a money to take care of the body, and you need a comforts so that morning body can be enjoyed. But in reality, if you have more comforts, you have disease and all that stuff. Again, the indriya bhogas, without eating, you cannot sustain the body. That's why that's a minimum thing is needed is food. But actually what happened is like that became like a big bhoga. And once you have the food, and then you will have all the other stuffs lined up. All the other four indriyas will be lined up. You want to eat, you want to see something, smell something, listen something, touch something. Those are the things will happen because of the energy you have in that. That's all the body consciousness. So that's all the mindset. So to remove that immediately, fix your intelligence on me means you fix your intelligence thinking that you are not the body, you are the spirit soul. And then the nature of the spirit soul is Satchitananda. So you don't need to worry about any eternal nature. And then consciousness, knowingness, and then the Ananda is bliss. So those are the things you need to keep on implementing, memorizing ourselves. So in that case, with that thing, then you don't need. Then what happens? The thoughts will subside. So once you have totally convicted on that part, the mind will slowly calm down and then work towards. Because we fall down, we are in the body, we fall down and we got the upadhis, we need to again clean it up and all that. So that's why engage all your body and indriyas and everything towards the Bhagavan, so that all the upadhis will be cleaned, and then eventually we will achieve our true nature. And then that's what it is. So the Brahman or Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan is Subde. So like again in the Vivek Chudamani says, avidya kama karma. Because of the avidya we have a desire, and because of the desire we are doing the karma. So keep on analyzing, keep on remembering ourselves that we are the soul, not the body. So that's why a pure devotee, he knows, he has this knowledge. And then a pure jnani knows that, pure karma yogi knows that. So everybody is in the same goal, achieving to the same goal. Like if you really see the bhaktas, the Vrindavana yogis, and then the gopis and gopikas and all those things, if you really see, they always think about Krishna all the time, 24/7. So they have no desire, only desire for Krishna, which is nothing but eternal nature. That's why if you really see the gopis after the Putana killing, when they do the Anganyasa Karanyasa, then all they do, they are doing the Bhararaksha Stotras. Bhararaksha Stotras are, they are chanting all the different names of the Lord and saying that, okay, Hrishikesha, control, save Raksha, save the Indriyas of this boy and all that thing. Then also they will say Vasudeva for the soul, and then Bhagavan and all those things, the Atma. So they all know that these things. So that's why they are so Anganyasa Karanyasa, again Anganyasa Karanyasa are like this is the Karanyasas, and Anganyasas are like this. You just purify everything, and after that taking the Lord's name. So that's why it is very important. And even in the Atma Bodha also, Tapobi Kshina Papanam. So this Atma Bodha is for only who have all the papas gone with the tapasya. So the desires are gone with the tapasya. That is how we should aim for it. So, and if you really see, that is where you really get the real happiness. Even though it's very hard to convince, because we are from lifetime immemorial, we are going from life after life with all these same desires over and over and above. That's why it's not going to happen in a day, but it will happen in this life. And if you are very serious, it will happen right now also. That's why start analyzing things, and always with the expert, and always try to be vigilant on what you are doing, what your thoughts are, and then that's where you guys focus on this. Then this is like a 16 sloka, right? Then after that we have another 4 slokas which are Bhagavan is going to explain 17, 18, 19, 20. Another 4 slokas again he is going to explain more and more qualities which are nothing but the soul consciousness, and then our Krishna consciousness, and then eventually you will have the peace. And whatever you are working towards in the material world, you are already there, and then you are going to get that thing restored. Okay, your own true nature, once you realize your true nature. So that's why don't crave for any material stuff. So don't focus on that, just focus on your spiritual nature. Keep on remembering yourselves, because even though no matter how much you care about the body and then put about the body healthy or whatever stuff it is, but the body is going to die, and then body is going to dwell down, and then that's nature, prakriti nature, and then the mind is going to subside. It's going to, because of the desires of the mind, whatever there is, it's going to take another body, which is nothing but the misery, dukkhalaya only. That's why just in the mind, focus on that, and then apply the mind, fix the mind on Bhagavan, and then apply the buddhi on Bhagavan. That is the only get away from this cycle of birth and death. Okay, we'll come again. Hare Krishna, Krishna Bhagavan, Prabhupada.